Hello and welcome back to the FitbawReview podcast, episode 6. Today I am joined by my co-host, as always, Philly.
Wagwan.
Welcome back.
Wagwan.
Good to be here.
Buzzing to be here.
Oh, as always, today we'll be reviewing the Game Week 3. Recap. We're reviewing the match days, giving our predictions for Game Week 4, and also giving our goal of the week and player of the week. Let's just want to jump into it, Phil.
Go ahead.
Let's do it. We'll kick off with St Mirren versus Ross County.
St Mirren.
As St Mirren picked up the first points of the season, as they saw Ross County lose their third successive defeat of the season. Bad times for Ross County. As the winning goal was scored by Richard Tate, could be
some goal to be fair.
It was 20-yard amazing effort, slaps it top ends.
To be fair, it does set up for him perfectly, but what a finish, man.
Yeah, well, I think St Mirren obviously will be happy. Will be happy with the result. Also playing at home, beating Ross County.
I don't think they were that good, to be fair.
I think they're good at first.
Stats would show they were kind of favourable, but out of possession they weren't good. Neither team was good. That's what shocked me. Malky Mackay not doing very good for Ross County at the moment. Sitting bottom of the table. God.
Carson did pull off some incredible reflex saves near the end to deny Ross County the equaliser. Did you see some of the saves? They're quite good.
I seen the one towards the end, the deflected one.
Yeah.
Was it Awura Edwards?
Yeah.
To be fair, that's some save.
It was.
Full stretch. It's not even like fingertips. That's an arm out and it's hitting there on his palm. Some save, to be fair, but
it was quite impressive. Obviously Ross County not picked up. Also played some difficult games. Obviously pumped by Celtic, but you know what can you do about that. Do you worry for Ross County?
I mean, it's a really bad start, but I would say throughout the season they're going to pick up more points and they'll drop up against the teams that we've favoured for relegation.
Well, the next 4 games are quite difficult. They got Camargue at home, Rangers away, Aberdeen at home, and Motherwell at home.
It's 2 winnable games.
What, Camargue and Motherwell?
Yeah, I mean, Rangers, they'll probably lose. Aberdeen, they might upset.
Get a draw maybe.
But to be fair, joint second worst goal difference in the league, putting them bottom. No points, picked up first 3. It's not looking good for them, I must say.
Well, let's move on to Livingston versus Hibs, as Livingston bet Hibs. Surprise.
Not surprised, I called it.
Did you?
Just not that scoreline. I did say Liverpool will win though.
Oh, did you? As Joe Newbley scored just after 6 minutes. Hibs defence terrible again.
I've just seen the stats here. Hibs battered Livy.
I know.
Battered them.
Well, Livy got that strong defence playing at home. It's quite difficult to beat them.
Livy's got a game plan. They don't mind not having the ball.
That's fine. They work hard.
Still win.
Big Newbley, you can't beat him.
See his goal?
Pretty good.
Mate, he done well for it.
Yeah.
He even created a chance. I'm pretty sure Marshall saved it. Where he just puts the ball around Porteous and then has another effort at goal, but I was saying they got the win in the end.
They did. Very impressive. As I said, Livingston dominated the Rangers the first half. Hibs scored 5 minutes into the second half, making it 1-1, and then Oblai scores the last minute winner to give Livy the win, which saw them move up to 5th in the table.
Quite well.
They are doing quite well. Obviously played against Rangers, were quite good. Obviously lost 2-1 in the end, and then who's the last week they played?
Dundee United.
Were
they 1-0?
Yeah, bet 1-0. It was Dundee United.
Not a bad start for them. Especially they've got a few tough games in there, I think. Probably favoured top 6, at least 3 of the teams there, and they've done well to get 6 points from that.
Especially going up to 5th. Do you think, what do you think Hibs, what do you think their problem is at Hibs?
I don't know. To be fair, their goal wasn't like an actual chance, it was just a bit of messing about in the box, and was it Kenos?
Yeah, Kenos.
The guy's name is. And he just almost directs the header on target and it goes in the back of the net. But they're not really showing much, so.
Also they would think they would kick on after the Hearts game, getting impressed, like Martin Boyle.
Yeah, but they were poor that game.
They
It
were,
was
but-
just the start, they were good, but maybe Lee Johnson's tactics aren't they working up here? Who knows? Or just something's not clicking.
Well, do you think we've underestimated Livy this season?
Underestimated. Nah, everyone always has Livy like surviving as much as
Mid-table kind of.
yeah. Recently they've been there, but a few seasons prior we've been predicting them to get relegated, but they've always stayed on. It's like what Hamilton did. But I mean, they're showing now that they're getting consistent sides. Like they'll lose players to bigger teams or just lose because their contracts.
Yeah.
They brought in that striker from like the Bangladesh league. He's not even played yet.
Brian Nibble as well.
Yeah, they've got players that can play systems. Martindale's he's a decent enough manager.
I think he's quite good. I can see him maybe in the future maybe getting like a top 6 side.
Where do you think they'll be happy with Livy if they finish?
If they got like 6th, I think it'd be buzz with that. Like I think 8 to about 6th would be quite.
Do you think their target every season's to stay up, or do you think it's to?
I think maybe after the first couple of seasons is to stay up when they first got promoted. But I think after that you have to get and move on. Otherwise teams will just catch you if you're just trying to stay in the league. Also last season they weren't the best. Can't remember where they finished, but.
I mean, I'm looking at their team here. They always, pretty much every season, they bring in a new keeper.
That's true. Yeah.
Like they had that Polish guy last year that was quite good at times.
Yeah, I think
I don't
he's
know if is he still there?
Yeah, I think he's the backup goalkeeper.
Yeah, Shamil George. He got brought in from like Colchester or something in England. They got a new left back. Like their team's always changing, yet they're still consistent players to play this system.
It's the manager.
Recruitment's good. Obviously, Hibs team's changed quite a lot, but yeah, Livy are doing very well for themselves.
Yeah, well, let's move on to Glasgow as Rangers secured another 3 points after a very comfortable win over St Johnstone, which saw Rangers beat St Johnstone 4-0. Quite impressive, quite a statement.
It's almost like I knew it was going to be 4-0.
Well, but did you see it?
I did.
Oh, did you actually?
I did, yeah.
Oh, what?
Spot on. Right, to be fair, I predicted 4-0 last week as well.
Did you?
So it just happens that this one's perfect. I told you a 4-0 pump's coming.
Well.
I mean, St Johnstone, what we seen last week, obviously Stevie May got the last minute winner, but we can tell they couldn't create much. And you've seen, also going to the Rangers, Celtic's very hard. They know they're not going to have the ball, but
yeah.
they had they had that one chance where the guy was in the corner.
Yeah, Theo Blair. He did that could have changed the game dramatically. It was very early on as well. I think within the first 10-15 minutes, but he was kind of falling and he had to just went wide, not by much.
I mean, we knew Rangers were always going to dominate, and obviously especially after last week in Europe.
Yeah.
Teams in a high.
Yeah, Tillman scored the winner in Europe and got the opening goal.
Decent player.
To make it 1-0. Oh, what a sign!
Massive.
If Rangers can, well, I think Rangers will sign him because
it's only like 3.9 mil.
Not even that. It's like 1.8.
Was it less?
It's very. I don't know why, but Bayern have a clause saying like they can if a team puts like 20 million for them in like a season or two time, and Rangers accept it. Bayern can say we won't put 20 million or say the other team can have them.
Oh, so it'll be like a selling fee, and they get.
Yeah.
They get
first refusal clause or something like that.
To be fair, if you sign him permanently, how long do you see him staying? Because he is a very good player from what you've seen.
If we sign him, probably get him for another season or two.
Yeah, same as Jota. Like we signed him and we can't believe we signed him.
Yeah, I know.
What a player he is.
Yeah, but Tillman's like 1.8. Jota was how much?
6 points.
Yeah, but that's still very. I'm not saying it's bad.
There's like future fees in it.
Yeah, I know.
But to be fair, a player like that at the price is unbelievable.
You probably get him for like 20, 25, 30 million maybe.
That's what I mean. Like,
but
you'd be stupid not to do it. So.
I know. Also, Antonio Kolak, also Rangers' new striker signing, grabbed the second of the evening. Now he has 3 goals in 3 games for Rangers. Very impressive. Should have had 4 goals in 4 games, but.
Yeah, he's doing quite well. I mean, always chances are like out of nothing. I'm not trying to say your build-up's poor. Like
no, that's just what
he's one chance he'll score it. Fair enough.
That's the striker Rangers have missed because a fair Morelos needs 2-3 chances to get a goal.
Morelos is a tap-in merchant.
Oh,
as much as you would disagree, that's all.
But to be fair, I rather.
Kolak looks like he can score from inside the box.
I don't think it really matters. Like Tom Holland's, that's what Tom Holland's there for, to shoot outside the box, and you've got Tav, We've got Lundstrom, Jack, and Davis. Davis maybe not because he's lost his shooting somehow. You cannot really shoot.
He has like 38 or something.
Yeah, but you don't lose your shooting. You just he used to be able to shoot, but now he just doesn't. Can't.
You'll lose like the pace and the physical aspects, but like the technical
technique,
ones. Who's always still
I
there.
don't know why he can't shoot anymore, but that's no, I don't even know. And then Scott Arfield came on, got a goal and assist, and Tom Lawrence grabbed another goal to make it 4-0. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst.
Can't even say his own manager's name. Wow.
We've been looking ahead to tonight's Champions League tie.
Tonight, as we record.
We
don't know when this is going up.
Tonight against PSV at Ibrox. I'm looking forward to that game. Obviously, a couple of hours. Will Rangers get the result? Who knows? We saw a couple of PSV fans out in Glasgow today. We did. They look quite amped up and ready to go, but obviously
it should be a good game.
Yeah. Is it this one game into Champions League or is it two? I think it's this one.
2 legs. This one.
Yeah, no, but I mean, is it after this? It's not a game, or is it just?
I don't know.
I
think this might be the last one.
Man, Rangers Celtic in the Champions League. Can they get in the same group now?
Not same group.
But round of 16. Ho ho!
To be fair, see if you make it in, it might make our draw easier and your draw, because then we can't play certain teams with the way the pots work.
Yeah.
But to be fair, there's some very easy draws and some very hard draws, because Liverpool's pot 2. You get them in like Madrid and all that.
Yeah, I know. It's
only time will tell. But I'm excited for Champions League.
Me too. Obviously, Lundstrom looked very impressive. He was obviously man of the match. Tillman as well. We shout out to Tillman. And Rabbi Matondo as well. He was. I think he's struggling at the start. Now he's kind of found his flow.
Yeah, first half he looked not the best. Second half he got better. He got what, 2 assists?
2 assists, yeah.
To be fair, one of them was like a slide tackle after he lost the ball.
Yeah, but
I mean, an assist.
Most players would give up.
That's true.
But he was obviously no Rangers played without any Ryan Kent. Always just resting him for tonight, Champions League. But let's move on to Aberdeen versus Motherwell. As Motherwell got a sterling 3-2 win over a lacklustre Aberdeen side.
Very exciting game, this one.
It was. I didn't watch it because I didn't watch it live, but I watched the highlights.
Yeah, not all of us have time off to watch all the games. Some of us work.
Well, okay, I was only whatever. I should more you.
Now, to be fair, from when I was checking the score at work, if anyone knows me that at work, I was not on my phone. But, mate, Motherwell went ahead. Did you see the goal?
Yeah, first goal was scored by Blair Spittle. Yeah.
Former Thistle player.
Former Thistle player, indeed.
Like that one.
Yes, he would.
Mate, the defending is terrible.
It is.
2 centre backs are nowhere to be seen. Scales is like, he must be shattered because he was running so slow. What is it, Richardson, the right back? He slips and then Blair Spittle's got a tap and it's like, that defending's terrible. Like, whether you're caught out of position or not, to be 1-on-1 in a box after a cross, and especially the guy slips, like, that's terrible. And you think, Aberdeen are probably going to come back, they get the 2 goals, looking impressive, and then they bottle that.
Nah, sure. Well, Milowski and Jonah Hayes scored to make it 2-1 into half time, but that lead did not last very long, as Callum Slattery from Motherwell netted a very close range strike to make it 2-2, and Ken Van Veen netted the decisive winner to give Motherwell the win.
All the goals Aberdeen conceded are so
like
a tap into the back post and then the header for Van Veen.
I don't know why no one's marking him.
It's so poor. Like, you think a team like Aberdeen with all the signs, yes, you could say it takes time to gel. I know, like, they were just terrible.
Would you worry if you were Aberdeen with the poor defensive?
Probably not. Like, you'll have slip ups here and there. However, they showed last week.
But to be fair,
get so many goals.
Jim Goodwin is meant to be a good defensive manager.
That's true.
But he did
quite well.
Yeah, so I don't know why they're not. He's brought a whole new defence in, to be fair, mostly pretty much.
I mean, could it just be a tale for Motherwell's rest of the season? The new manager coming in.
Yeah, this was Stevie Howell's first game as permanent manager. You think he'll?
They're sitting 4th. Motherwell 4th. After the start they had with Europe and no manager.
I would think you would think they would be in the relegation zone or something like that.
I'd probably have them bottom, based off of a few weeks before the league start, losing a manager a day before the game, no tactics, everything, the dressing room's messed up and all that. But No, they're doing quite well, to be fair. They've got a positive goal difference as well, and obviously 6 points, and Aberdeen are sitting in 7th, so I don't know, to be fair, they've played Celtic, so that's a tough start, but they'll pick up points here and there, obviously getting the 4 goals against St Mirren, but I wouldn't worry too much if I was an Aberdeen fan.
Sure about Milowski, put in vice captain.
He's been a very good
and
player.
he's banging.
He's had a good start.
Very good. Actually, I don't think anyone expected the start that he had.
It's because he's such an unknown player, like coming
Yeah.
from Budapest.
That's what happens when like most SPFL teams sign players. Like most of them are just from like unknown leagues, or like if it's down in England, you never heard of the guy.
Yeah,
and
like
they come
a
up
League
in
1
your-
or 2
yeah.
side, or even a national league side.
Exactly.
All the national team players have went to Scotland this transfer window, so not
Yeah.
too much quality that you would know of.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. Baller. Well, let's move up to Kilmarnock versus Celtic. Celtic
What a game.
ran riot at Rugby Park as they put 5 past Kilmarnock to continue their 35 game unbeaten start in the Premiership.
Very
Quiz.
impressive.
Are we quiz?
Oh,
When was the last time they lost?
Oh, oh Christ. You know what, I'll get back to you. You can
Okay.
tell us a wee bit on
Right.
the game and I'll get back to
You think about that one.
I don't want to take up the time.
Well, it only took 7 minutes to make the breakthrough as Kyogo tapped in to make it 1-0. Even though it took Rangers 51 minutes to score, shows how deadly the Celtic attack is. I think it's
They were very good.
They were very good. Also, I think Kilmarnock play, just what I've seen of Kilmarnock this season, I think they kind of play more attacking football at home than away. But also against Celtic, obviously a wee bit more defensively compared to like what they played against Dundee United, also making it 1-1. And then Jota just said, last game, Aberdeen
first
game.
game of the season, that's a carbon copy.
Yeah, he said that's everyone's saying that's a goal of the season, and he went hold my beer and scored another 30-yard screamer.
The first time was so
Nice, I had to do it. So I don't want to say this. I'm a Rangers fan. I don't want to get. It's a good goal.
Mate, you can't
Keeper
take
could have
it away.
done better. All I'm saying.
That's so harsh though.
Nah, I think it is harsh.
The movement, how quick.
I think in game, I think when camera it slows down, it looks like the keeper should save it, but in real time, I imagine it's just going like 100 miles per hour.
See, the main positive I'm taking away from this is we have so many goal scorers in our team,
Yeah.
and it's not just midfielders. No, like central midfielder scores. We had a winger, 2 centre backs, one on the bench, one starting.
Yeah.
You know, came on, got a goal. What a goal by the way from Jens.
Yeah. Well, let's
Hey,
say.
are we basic?
Jens scores an overhead kick to make it 3-0. The first overhead kick of the game.
I know.
Would you be a bit worried if you're Ange? Jens looks like he's injured.
No, from what we've seen, Ange, he didn't know the extent of the injury, but he was celebrating at full time.
Oh, is he fine?
And a wee inside person told me the day when they were up at Lennox Town.
Oh.
He said he's completely fine. So,
Oh, is he? Oh.
yeah,
I was
worried.
I was raging because I was booked for my fantasy football team, and then I went, you know what, I put Taylor in.
He's had a solid start.
He got obviously man
Got a
of the
goal
match.
at Ross County as well.
Yeah, got
He's been very good.
yeah.
Starfelt, first goal, 50 games.
Oh, you jumped ahead of me for here.
I
Come
can't
on.
help it, I'm just so
I know,
excited
let-
to
let me
talk
jump,
about
let me-
Celtic.
Well, Celtic going to half time with 3-0 lead, and it's more the same from Celtic. You think they would maybe calm it down, but no, they just kept it going.
He never stopped though.
Ange doesn't stop. Starfield makes it 4-0, also coming on for Jens, and Grammy's first goal for Celtic. I was quite surprised that that's his first goal.
I mean, we're thinking, that's why I said to you like before, probably off camera this was, but like previously we've not really had a goal scoring centre back. Like, obviously I said this and then Buddy Welsh scoring the first day of the season, but you just have goals and it always pops up with a goal every here and there,
Yeah.
usually more than often than not.
And then you
compared
had
to
like
other
Katic
defenders.
and
That's what I mean, like we've not really had a defender. The last one I can think of was probably Boyata, maybe Simanovic. Like
Yeah.
they would get goals quite frequently because they're so aggressive in the air. Carter Vickers is that, however he's not the tallest, he's like 6 foot,
yeah.
so he's not always there scoring well. Starfelt's like the quicker one, it'll sweep up stuff, so when it comes to like headers in the box, he might get out muscled. Like we've seen Jens, Lafferty was using his body very well to get his team into play.
Yeah,
But
shirt
it
is
didn't
Lafferty. Put our shirt in. Obviously,
I mean,
he was wrong
a
end.
few wayward shots that a lot of the Celtic fans liked because,
Yeah.
mate, it's just.
But to be fair, he was trying. I think his team were very shocking, but I think the keeper.
I don't think Kelly were that bad, to be honest.
I think 5-0 was a bit harsh, but
See, at the start when it was 1-0, I was like, they might score. I was a wee bit worried. I predicted like 3-1 or something because.
you're hoping to score.
And I should back the clean sheet in my team, but like, I was worried a wee bit. Plastic Park was struggling in the past. Sometimes with Kelly, they can play. They are aggressive.
Yeah.
And Derek McInnes is a very good manager.
That's
so.
true.
But happy with the scoreline now. And obviously, Yakimakis getting his goal.
Making
What
it
a goal it
5.
was. Obviously, off the bench again. His first goal of the season. It's good to start. And
Would you-
dominated. So.
Would you like to see Ange start Giacomakis more, or do you happy with his role coming off the bench? Also, the Champions League coming up in a couple of weeks.
It's a tough one because I've said to a good few pals of mine, Yakimakis starts for me. He offers
think?
more than Kyogo. As much as Kyogo's movement is unbelievable and defenders can't cope with it a lot, Yakimakis can drop in, lay it off, he's physical, so if we need a long ball and hold it up, he can do that. He
Yeah.
can score, he's good in the air. Like, you've seen that, he's also got it's not just he's got no movement, he's got the ability and agility
Yeah.
to have a bicey.
Yeah.
And the only position I think he could have scored was putting it through the keeper's legs. Whether he meant it or not, obviously it's a hard technique.
Yeah.
But he's putting that much power and pace onto it that it does that. So it goes down.
If you put the pace on it,
If
more
you put it to
likely.
the side, the keeper's saving that. There's a defender on
Yeah,
the line as well, as Taylor. So
To be fair, I think the keeper did have a bit of a howler, but I think
mate, his soul left his body as soon as it went over the line.
Oh,
He
I know,
just
did you see him?
fell,
He's
it?
fell, yeah.
Mate,
I don't know what happened.
that's what Celtic does to you.
That's true. As a result, and Postclosure side.
Who?
Andy Vange's side are top of the table on goal difference.
Top of the league.
Well, it's only goal
down
difference.
on the Rangers. Nah, but to be fair, you score 4, we have to put a wee statement of 10. That's mind games.
Mind games.
Celtic score 5. We do one better. Away from home.
Kelly stay in 11th place as they still search for the first victory of the season.
Bit harsh in Kelly, I'd say.
Yeah, to be
They
fair.
they were okay against Celtic. They weren't the worst. Against Rangers, they were okay. Dundee United, they played very well. It's just
I
a
think
very
they're-
tough start.
I think they're lucky to get a tough start.
It's better to get it out of the way.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because Rangers, Celtic, they might slip up, although they didn't, obviously, and the scorelines were quite good.
I think if it's like
7-0
January,
aggregate,
February,
so.
and it's more rotated side, I think that's where you see more slip ups.
They've got a decent few fixtures
They
coming
still-
up where they can pick up.
They
some
still got
good
John
points.
Jones. John Jones is now back available. Obviously didn't make it for the Celtic game, but I think he'll kickstart his career at Kelly next week, I believe. Insider information, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I'm looking at the players that they have. They can definitely do something. I mean, they weren't just sitting in, like, they're right back. He was on loan from Arsenal, I'm pretty sure, because that's all the commentators
Yeah.
said about him. He was getting up and down the pitch constantly. Fraser Murray was coming inside.
Fraser Murray, shout out that, yeah.
You were trying to tell me, laugh at Ollie Shaw's partnerships, one to watch out for against Celtic, but didn't really do anything.
Well, I know, but I feel like the partnership is very good. I think
Somehow Alan Power's not got a yellow card against Celtic. Somehow.
Did not?
All he does is kick people.
That's
Him
what-
and Liam Donnelly in the middle, what a partnership. If you came up against people that you just want to kick and have a big fight against, they're the two people.
I know. Do you think how do you think Celtic will be stopped? Hopefully 35 games unbeaten. Doesn't look very easy to beat them.
The old firms, that will play the biggest part in the season. Honestly.
I feel like that was a rule from last season.
It's true though, like,
yeah,
it's just showing
true.
once we got our like rhythm together in the team, there's no stopping us.
Yeah, it's true.
We beat you in the league, and obviously we lost before
The cup final.
both teams came in, and
Yeah.
I think who's your Swedish centre half?
Hollander.
That's it was. He got the winner. That's when Gerrard was there. So
That was Gerard's last game. Well, not last game, but last
Old
Firm.
Yeah, I mean, it will come down to that. Last season was so tight, and it came down to the Old
Yeah.
Firms. If we lost them, you would have won the league. So
Yeah.
it just shows what competitive league we have.
That's true. Is last week question about Celtic. Is Jota the best player in the league?
I think you could answer this.
Yeah, I could
And don't say
absolutely and say he is absolutely the second best player in the league.
no. It's so harsh. Are you going to say Tavernier?
No.
Who?
Glenn Middleton, he goes on the
Jota's so clear of anyone else.
Nah,
You have the comparisons of like Kent.
Right, Kent
Jota this season has got more goal contributions than Kent did last season. Or the same. It's already done.
Yeah, but Kent's not really there for his goal scoring. But
and neither Jota, but it's just he adds that.
Yeah, but
Jota's the best player by far.
I don't know.
No one's close.
I tell you, Ancona, Chulak, watch out. Tillman, watch out.
Jota's got better goal contributions than him this season, and Kolak's a striker.
Yeah, but Kolak. Wait, what? No, he's not.
He does.
How?
Kolak's a striker. He's got 3 goals in 3 games. Jota, I swear he's got like 3 goals already. He got this one, the one against Aberdeen, so that's 2, and he got 3 assists against Ross County. And he probably got an assist against Kelly, I don't even remember. There's too many goal contributions to talk about.
Right, okay. Well,
he's clear, he is clear.
Right, okay.
But we've talked about Celtic too much, so let's just go on to Hearts Dundee United.
And yes, Hearts Dundee United. Hearts beat Dundee United 4-1 at home at Tynecastle. So the opening goal from Shankland. By the Shankland fitting into Hearts very well.
He's doing very well. I'm going to be honest, the first half Hearts weren't great. I know they got that very early goal, but they weren't great.
Yeah, I've seen a couple bits and bobs, but they didn't look too amazing.
Second half they were very good. They turned it up.
Barry McKay turns up as always.
Some finish again.
Some finished. I know. Could be another.
It's like Jota. They're just trying to compete with their previous goal they scored.
Yeah. George Grant. Also Barry McKay got second after half time. George Grant. I didn't want to say came on because he started the game, but got the third for Hearts as Fletcher stuck away a penalty for Dundee United.
So poor goalkeeping. Mate, Burigita, the keeper of Dundee United, his confidence must be so low.
To be fair, he didn't get pumped 7-0 away.
Right, but he was bad in Dundee United when he went to Netherlands to play after, but he was also so bad against Hearts. See the saves he was making, it wasn't even like he was pushing the Grant goal, he pushed it right into his path.
Yeah,
if you're going down there, you either catch it or you push it wide.
But you think he's just panicking. It doesn't want.
I don't know, because he done it in the first half and Hearts never ended up scoring from it. But he's so low on confidence.
To be fair, the first 3 games I thought he'd been quite.
I thought he was an alright keeper.
Yeah, the first couple of games, the first 2 games he was really good, and then just after, because even at Dundee United at home when they played AZ Alkmaar, went but 1-0. He was pretty solid.
I know he had a good few saves in that game, but I mean to be fair, Barkas. He got 8 saves for bloody Utrecht last week.
So he's all about confidence.
And he couldn't do it for Celtic, so.
That's true, he couldn't catch the cold.
I mean, obviously Fletcher getting a goal from the penalty spot.
Was it a penalty?
Former Hibs player.
Do you think it was a penalty?
I can't even mind. Mate, I can't even remember it.
Well, I would say it was. It definitely was a penalty. It was basically like the ball. I can't remember.
Was it a handball?
I think.
It's either that or foul was one of them.
One of them. It was a penalty.
Fair, decent penalty. Bottom right, Gordon gets the right way, but the pace on it is, he can't get done in time gone.
Yeah, and then Joss Ginelli makes a late finish for Hearts to win 4-1.
Time to be finished. He's came off the bench quite a few times and done well. I can't mind if he got a goal last week, but he came off the bench at a similar-ish time. Just slides the ball in the back of it. Hearts dominated second half, and stats will show that.
I'm pretty sure last season Joss Finelli got a couple good goals off the bench and he was kind of more of a bit part player than just starting all the time.
Last season he did start most of the games, but obviously Robin Nielsen's picking up Shankland's having to play boys in the different wee system.
To be fair, Hearts have got some team these days. You forget how good it is.
They're probably going to be comfortably third again this year, because I said Dundee United's fourth and they're not having the best start of the season, sitting 10th.
Yeah.
Only 1 point.
I think Hearts, if it was no form, I reckon Hearts are a more consistent team out of the rest of the teams. I would have said Aberdeen, but obviously Aberdeen.
To be fair, see Dundee United's team, it was like all over the place. Charlie McGrew was in midfield. They were playing like a 4-3-3 when they got Jamie McGrath, who was just like a forward for St Mirren.
Yeah.
Playing midfield, Ian Hark's there. They're playing that Matthew Cudjoe.
Cudjoe, aye.
He looks decent.
I quite like him.
He's giving me Cannibal Belly vibes. To be fair, like there's
no
improvements. They dribble the same way though.
Yeah.
All centre backs picking up yellow cards. Keeper was poor. They weren't great at all. Dundee United.
That's a couple times Hearts we be like Rangers have started the game not too good, but second half they just turned it on. They just went up another level.
Well, next week Hearts have Celtic, so Celtic at home anyway.
Yeah, difficult game for anyone.
Hopefully Celtic win. But to be fair, a lot Edinburgh and Celtic colliding this week. Obviously Hibs playing Hughes, Rangers.
Hibs will play us. Or next week, yeah.
Yeah, next week obviously Hibs at home.
Yeah.
Celtic at home and Hearts.
Yeah.
Very excited for next week's fixtures, I must say.
Oh, before we move on, Hearts will head off to Switzerland to play the Europa League playoff leg, first leg against FC Zurich. I think that's how you say it.
Zurich, something like that. Swiss,
Zurich, yeah. Well, we think they'll get a good result.
Tough one. Swiss League. There's usually a few decent teams there. It's not like Celtic Rangers how it's one or two teams that are probably going to win the league. They've got like 3 or 4 teams that can compete, like St Gallen, Young Boys, Basel. I mean, what's his name? Ellie Ewan for Hibs. He's signed for Hibs from one of the teams that's a bit past St Gallen. They're like a mid-table team. So, to be fair, Hearts, they're scoring goals. They do concede, but it's not a lot, and they're dominating games. So, I actually favour Hearts for this.
You think?
I might 2-1 maybe or something like that. I think Hearts will get a good result. Do you know if they're at home at this first leg?
First legs they're playing away.
Oh.
As I said, to
be fair, that's probably better.
I think that's. I think if they get like a 1-1 or like a maybe lose 1-0, like keep it close.
I favour Hearts, but to be fair, I favour Dundee United.
Yeah, we did.
1-0 at home and then that second leg.
Talk about Mackay. You think he deserves the Scotland call up?
Oh, it's such a tricky one this though.
I think he's in between. Position. I think he's in between good. He's in between. Yes.
Very class to start the season.
He started last year when he came.
Shows he can finish. He's got a good pass on him.
That's true.
He can dribble. He's got quite a lot going for him. However,
but he's not
players
good
in his position are better.
I think if we play with wingers, we would have probably said but he could do a shift up front.
He doesn't even play in the wing though. He just
roams
about that cam position, attacking thirds.
You could drop maybe Gilmore out of the team and play McGinn.
Yeah, drop McGinn. I don't know.
Down and then move.
I don't think Steve Clark would do that anyway.
Nah, I think
Steve Clark it out.
Same.
Get him gone.
Yeah, get him out, man.
I got football for me. I don't care if it obviously you want the results, but I want to watch nice football.
I'd rather have Jose at least. Or if Jose Mourinho was Scotland manager, I'd be happy.
Yeah, he'll get his wins.
And he's entertaining.
Or maybe with Steve Clark.
Yeah. If you were Dundee United, would you be worried about the poor run?
Initially, I was thinking no. At the start of the season, they lost their manager. But they've got Jack Ross. He's a good manager.
Think they get edge your feet and just sack him. Hopefully not.
To be fair, it's worrying signs currently. Obviously, they can show that first leg against Alkmaar.
She was on that day.
They had perfect balance. I don't know. It might be in the same team for the second leg, but they also got absolutely destroyed. I wouldn't look too much into it.
Well, they also did lose last week.
I don't think they're going to get relegated.
I don't think. I think.
What's the worst thing that happens?
I think they get
sixth place.
Yeah.
Bad season 8th. They're staying up.
I think they're too good to go down, especially with Glenn Milton in their team.
Yeah, they got the players. Tony Watt was there for nights like the first leg in Alkmaar and then second leg that result.
Yeah.
As well as ease.
Well, let's move on to player of the week. You can start.
I've got somebody that's been class for every game at the start of the season, played a big part in again Celtic's win against Kilmarnock. I've went with Greg Taylor.
Greg Taylor?
The first pass, he goes in, does Ange's system with fullbacks inside, he drops his shoulder, he plays a pass in behind for Maeda. Perfect weight. See the pitch, it was very sticky, the ball was holding up a lot.
Yeah, a lot of players were slipping.
Perfect weight on it, was unbelievable. Maeda's obviously rapid, gets there, squares up, Keel's got a tap in.
Yeah.
And that sets the
match. It set the intensity for the game.
Yeah, it just shows that we're not here to mess about. We might just get a win.
I was quite impressed with Ash Taylor, with Greg Taylor's passing.
Mate,
that was a good pass to Jota.
That game was 69, and think of how much we passed in the midfield, going side to side transitions. It was unbelievable. Most duels won that game in 19.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And most dribbles, he got the most fouls against him players. That just shows he's always on it. And you think the goal last week up at County, the third one, he started the press with 4 people pressed in, and it just shows he can run for ages.
Yeah.
I think he's got the best time for the 5k runs or whatever at Celtic. I remember lockdown stuff they were talking about that, but he doesn't stop going, and that's
what Ange loves.
That's why wee man Bernabei that's now maybe getting arrested can't really get in the side. But I mean, I'm happy for Taylor because he was not last season.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, he was okay. He was in a team that did very well, but he wasn't a standout.
He wasn't.
He's now standing out this season.
It's similar to maybe like Lundstrom. Obviously, Greg Taylor's put a wee bit longer to get into it, but obviously, playing for Celtic, you're not going to be a bad player.
The only problem Greg Taylor has is he's not Kieran Tierney.
Nah, it's true. I think that comparison.
He was so good.
Yeah.
There's no one that can match him, and now Greg Taylor, like he's also a good player to make it in Celtic. However, everyone, like if we had a bad performance, we'd be like, Taylor's put it.
Yeah.
It's not like he's good and we play bad. It's like,
yeah. I know.
If we're bad, it's probably because he's made mistakes. I don't know if he's not Champions League quality. However, if he's playing like he is now, he'll be able to play in the system. And
he'll probably play in the league and then maybe might get rotated for Champions League game. Or it might.
But Bernabei can start. He's nowhere near it yet.
Obviously, he's in jail. You can't play if you're in jail. Well, I don't know. He might be able to, but
I don't think he can.
Benjamin, yeah.
Anyway, who's your player of the week?
I've got Lawrence Shankland for Hearts. I thought obviously grabbing 1 goal, 1 assist. I think since he came to Hearts, he's added, gave them another dimension. And
he's been very good in front of goal. Think of the Hibs one.
Yeah, composure.
It's just instinct.
I think that's just what I think. Obviously, last season the Hearts were a bit bust. It went a bit bust. Go for it with Boyce.
Liam Boyce,
yeah,
Sims.
I think it was go home or go bust for them with Sims and Boyce. I think Sims.
To be fair, I think they're playing better football this year.
Yeah, because last year it was kind of lump it up to Sims. Sims would knock it on. Boyce would.
Then they would get their transitions.
Yeah.
They're starting to build it out from the back. Kairos looks very good at the back as well.
Yeah, shut out.
To be fair, we didn't really know how Shankland would be. Obviously, the first spell at Dundee United, we were saying he was good enough to get that Scotland call up. However, he also wasn't that good for what we were expecting. He's came back and he's started very well.
That's true.
So it's only going to be up for him.
I was close with Barry Mackay, but because obviously he started what a career he's had at Hearts so far. Hearts legend.
You can't say that. He's been good, but he's not.
Yeah, well, he's been that good. Apparently Rangers are interested in him. Bring him back. But I don't know if that's true because he would be complete with like Kent and like Tillman and stuff like that. And so, I love Barry Mackay.
To be fair, he'll get more goals and assists than Kent.
Oh, right. Let's move on to goal of the week. Who have you got for goal of the week?
Only one man for me. Maybe 2 other honourable mentions, whatever. But I've went with Jota for Kilmarnock game.
Shock? Anyone?
What a finish. Celtic buys or whatever. I don't care. You can't take that away. The technique for Richard Tate's goal. He's opened his body and he's hit it. The pace is set with the ball. Jota's doing it as all on his own. He's driving inside. We've played in Astro pitches. The ball doesn't sit for you that well straight away. So he has to work the chance. And his footwork and all that's created it. He strikes right through it. There's pace on it. That's why keeper couldn't save it. It wasn't right in the corner, but it was top bins.
Yeah, I think it was kind of dipping under. Keeper, we've covered this before. I'm not going to say keeper fault because it's very harsh.
Especially at the time, the movement, the pace. That's why that's my goal of the week. Because Tate's was good, however, it wasn't it was good, but he's just hit it.
Yeah.
Jota's got the movement.
To be fair,
make it difficult.
You've got a good technique on it, but I've got Barry Mackay as my goal of the week.
That was the other honourable mention.
Yeah, what
a finish.
Yeah, he was very good. Obviously, just brings it out of his feet and puts it bottom right.
Bottom right.
Yeah.
To be fair, the only reason I didn't go with that is because I wouldn't say the keeper's at fault.
I think he wasn't expecting it.
It's went through like so many bodies because it's through like a midfield and a defence, so he could have been a wee bit onside. The pace and the finish is unbelievable. That's why it's such a good goal. However, the keeper's so low in confidence. Is that why? Because he hadn't had a good game, especially the week before.
Yeah, he's like.
I'm not taking anything away from the finish. It was very good, but Jota for me. Always going to have a little bit of bias when Celtic and Jota because he's unbelievable.
I was close to Tillman's goal, that salmon header, boom, back in it. But
nothing competes for them, man.
Right, let's move on to our game week 3 predictions.
Just a rundown of last week.
Oh yes.
we obviously know our point system. If you don't know, go back to whatever. What was that? Episode 4 maybe?
Yeah, who knows.
So our first game week 1 round up and review. This week Thomas got 3 points.
Woo!
Very poor. I think I got 3 last week or something. So
Yeah.
we did say don't expect
Chat
too much
shit.
when it was the 10 and 12 points. I got 7 this week. That leaves, after 3 game weeks, Thomas on 21 points and me on 20. So it was very close.
Yeah. See, that's quite impressive for you getting 7 points. I don't think you would ever get that
I
high.
know, it was that Rangers game that pulled through the
Yeah.
4 points in that. If it was like, what you said 3, so if it was like 5 or something, I would have been so far off it. But I mean,
Perfect score.
I did tell you, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. I will
That's
come
true.
into it.
Yeah. Alright, let's move on to the predictions. Let's start with the Saturday 12 o'clock kickoff as Hibs will host Rangers. Yeah, who you got? What you got? Who you got the goals? Scoring?
Right, so I think you might think this is tighter than it is. Maybe people think just because of the past and how Hibs played against Hearts. I went 3-0 Rangers.
Alright.
I know. I'm the Celtic fan here. I've predicted 4-0 2
Yeah,
weeks in a row.
it's secret Rangers fan or something.
Yeah.
You always predict the Rangers
To be
first.
fair, I've got a wee bit of reasoning. Hibs have not played good creating chances.
Yeah.
They've played okay in parts to create chances, like Martin Boyle's goal. They got a point against Hearts. That seems a good result. They played terrible creating chances wise. Then last week they weren't that bad. However, that's just my opinion. Rangers, let's say you beat PSV. If you don't, you will want to make up for it anyway.
Yeah.
And you have just won 4-0.
That's true. I put Hibs 1, Rangers 2. I think.
I thought you'd say
Yeah.
something like that.
I thought. I'm just looking at the Hearts game. Hibs showed up for occasion. Obviously didn't get a goal in the first half. Obviously Hearts did, but they made the game so difficult for Hearts. I think they'll just do the same for Rangers. I think it'll be. I can see like maybe a late. I can maybe see Rangers scoring and then half time 1-1. Then maybe like a late
The
goal.
only way I could see that maybe happening is the first leg of PSV.
Yeah.
To see if you get a positive result. You
European
will want to
hangover.
rest
Yeah.
to make it in. Because think of the money. You would rather lose this one league game than.
Especially over Cup. No, I think if you can rotate.
No, but if this is you winning against PSV and you're in,
Yeah.
you will definitely rest for it.
No, yeah, definitely. But I think the Rangers team, maybe last season I'll be a bit more worried. But if a rotated team has like Merlis in it, Lawrence,
I think he's fit enough to start though because he's only came on for last bits. I mean he's done well when he came on, but.
He probably come on for about 60 minutes in Kolak. Even Kolak's quite fit, so I think if he would, he could. No, nothing like that. Just as is anyway.
He's athletic.
Yeah, he's very athletic.
Like that,
yeah, let's just move on to Dundee United versus St Mirren, as Dundee United will host St Mirren, especially and hopefully to end the poor run of form.
Ooh.
I've got. I could say it's a bit shock, but I've got Dundee United 1, St Mirren 1.
One each draw. That's not much of a shock. I mean, both teams have been.
Yeah, just
They've been poor in front of goal.
I reckon it'd be like 2 on goals or something like
I wouldn't put it past this keeper if he comes for a off punches in this. For me, this one might be a shock. I went 2-0 Dundee United.
that. I thought it was St Mirren there. I was like, where are they?
Thing is with St Mirren, like they're picking up points, but they're not playing well at all. And a team like Dundee United, the players they have, I feel like they could just pull something out. I know they've had a very poor start,
Yeah.
which has made me kind of regret this decision with 2-0 Dundee United. However, they need to win eventually. This is a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, obviously at home. Yeah, Dundee United. I think their
No
scores.
European hangover to think of. They'll be minds straight set in the league now.
Yeah, obviously they'll be wanting to do right, especially after losing to who played this week? I forgot.
Dundee United Hearts.
Oh.
That's the last game.
Yeah, okay. After getting thumped off the Hearts, they want to put.
That's what I
Put
mean.
it
Like,
right.
they've just got pumped 2
Yeah.
games in a row. It's like 11-1 on aggregate.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they'll
they're
just.
playing a St Mirren team that's not the best.
I think they'll just start feeling sorry for themselves, and I think they'll get a 1-1 result. I think they might be unlucky. I think people might go, Hearts, Dundee United should have won that, but Lone Cloverton, so they didn't. So I think that's what I've got.
See if they lose, do you think it's almost chopping blocks for Jack Ross?
I think they might get sort of itchy feet with them, but I think they give them a couple more games, and then. But to be fair, who is out there that you go, that's what I want? There's not.
Jack
Like,
Ross is a really good manager.
Yeah.
Whether it works now or not, it did take him a few seasons to really get going with Hibs.
yeah.
And it showed they were getting third. And I mean, I'd stick with him because he's
yeah.
clearly got a plan. The way he's playing his system, he's moving people about. They've got a decent offside. Like we're forgetting, Dylan Levitt didn't play.
That's true.
Against Hearts.
Yeah.
Stephen Fletcher's just got his first goal. Who'll be up in form. Tony Watts can play. They've got a good balance in midfield.
Middleton as well.
They've got a good team.
Yeah, I think they could you know.
Just because of their start, their 10th, we're thinking.
Yeah.
They're going to lose.
It could be a false reading, as they say.
Well, I went with 2-0, so hopefully that's right.
Well, hopefully mine's right. Well, 1-1. Oh, let's move on to Motherwell. As Motherwell, will host Livingston. Obviously, after getting that very important win against Aberdeen for the new manager, Big Stevie. I've got 2-1 Livingston.
Change that last second, I feel.
Nah, I've got right down here. 2-1 Livingston. I think Livingston is too good for them. To be fair, I don't know.
I can agree with that. That's why I said Livy to beat Hibs.
Yeah.
To be fair, Motherwell. It's so hard. I feel like this is the hardest one to predict because
I think it go two
Motherwell,
ways.
they were ahead. They bottled it and they came back. Whereas Livy don't really like to concede a lot, but they don't score. But Joan Rubley is scoring.
Yeah.
And creating chances.
Full of confidence.
So I feel like it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
Sitting on the fence, as I said, either side could win this just based off of previous weeks. Livy are playing well, but I don't see them. Is it like 3 wins in a row?
Yeah, this will be 3 wins in a row.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. It's Livy. They're not a top 4.
I draw one in there somewhere.
I've got a few draws, I think.
Yeah, well, I was going to pick a couple draws, but I think Livy would be too good for them. I think I can see them. I can see it being really tight, and then maybe like a corner Nubly bashing it in, making it 2-1. But I think
he's had a very good start to this season.
Yeah, I think Motherwell's defence. I'd rather have Livingston's attack than Motherwell's defence because Motherwell's defence isn't that great.
That's what I mean, but they also did come back. Although the goals Aberdeen
I know,
conceded
but again, like
back.
Livingston, like Rangers struggled to beat Livingston.
That's what I mean. I can't call it. It's just
Exactly.
so difficult. That's why I've sat on the fence and 1-1 draw.
Let's I've realised here, none of the home teams won. Right. Anyway,
We spoil.
Ross County versus Kilmarnock. Obviously, Kilmarnock will be disappointed to get absolutely hammered off Celtic.
I want to hear what you say first before me because I've got one that could be reason for either side.
Do I think Ross County will get the first win of the season, or do I think Livingston or Kilmarnock, or it could be a draw?
You said 2-1 Kelly.
No, I think the book because you have read me completely. I have put 2-1 Livingston. Livingston. 2-1 Kilmarnock.
Because you've seen the game against Dundee United, you know they can play football, but they did just get battered. They got battered against Rangers. So.
Yeah, but I think they're just a bit too good for them. I think Kilmarnock will win. I'll be quite worried for Ross County if I were them. I know they might not be worried so much.
That's what I mean. They've not picked up points properly, as in they've yet to win. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
However, Malky Mackay's a good manager. They've got a good team. The game against Hearts. They were, I'd say, good at the start of the season, however they didn't win. So it's a very tight one. Kilmarnock's obviously going to be in a good set of fixtures for them, mostly playing Celtic Rangers, getting that out of the way.
Yeah, sure.
However, they were okay against Celtic, they weren't terrible.
But Dundee United, they were good. Also didn't score, but I feel like
they were playing the ball. Those teams are controlling the ball.
Yeah. I think Lafferty has kind of found his form. Maybe he's not scoring wise, but he's kind of. I feel like he's got to play with the SPFL rather than the Championship. So I think that's why I said 2-1. What did you say?
I've got 1 each. So another 1 each for me.
3-1 eaches. 2-1 eaches.
2-1 eaches. Yeah. Ross County, as I said, Malcolm Kay is a good manager. They can score against Celtic, score against Hearts. So they can score, but they can also concede. Kelly have looked good, however. Doesn't matter how good they are if they're not winning results because they have conceded 9 goals in the last 2 games.
That's true.
5 Celtic, 4 Rangers. Quite math, something like that, you know what I'm saying. No, but again, depends how they're going to play in the day because if they try to play against Dundee United how they did, Ross County, they're a counter-attacking team.
Yeah, that's true.
So that might favour them. So I don't really know. I've just sat on the fence again.
Could be the first 0-0 of the game, of the season.
Nah, I see goals in this.
You think? Sure, I'm going to say Lewis Mayo, watch out.
He was absolutely terrible against Celtic.
I thought he was
so
alright.
bad. No, he was terrible.
Oh, okay, maybe not shout out. Shout out Ash Taylor.
He was better.
Watch out, man. Watch out.
I
Beast.
feel Ash Taylor was like punching above his weight for Kelly.
Absolutely.
So a few times where he was dealing with situations and he's kind of hoping his team deals with the second ball and they're not doing it. Well, that Yakimakis
Levels. There's levels.
Mate, he literally headers it away.
I know.
And there's like 3 people there and they don't even go for it and he goes to the line. Like that quick instinct for a defender, you can't teach that. That's just natural.
Just built. Well, let's move to St Johnstone as the Perth side will play Aberdeen. Obviously Aberdeen losing 3-2 to Motherwell. Be disappointed with that. St Johnstone got a positive result. Who did they play? Oh my days, my brain's gone. Who did they play?
Brain is fried. I'm pretty sure Hughes played St Johnstone and lost.
Yeah, we did. We pumped them 4-0. Low in confidence.
I found that. You mean the Motherwell result the week before? It's alright.
Yeah.
Stevie May late winner.
Yeah. Well, I've got 3-0 Aberdeen. I'll keep it short.
Ooh. To be fair, I went 2-0 Aberdeen.
I
don't see St
battering.
Johnstone scoring.
Belovsky hat-trick inbound.
You know what it is though?
Get
It's
captain.
Aberdeen.
Get
And defensively, they were so poor, and they've conceded in every single game so far. I think, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, so I should make it 3-1. Nah, first clean sheet of the season. St Johnstone.
I feel like it's more likely to be 2-1, but I'm just saying 2-0. I really should say 2-1, but I've said it now. I'm locking in 2-0.
2-0.
I just feel like the players St Johnstone have, they can get a goal in this game. Aberdeen are so open at times. Set pieces they can do well. But Aberdeen's players, like Miovski, has had a very good start to the season. And I see that continuing and helping Aberdeen win 2-0.
Well, let's head over to the Sunday kick-off times. 3 p.m. as as Celtic will play Hearts at Parkhead. Obviously, Celtic will be full of confidence after the Kilmarnock win. Obviously, top of the table. I think they'll be looking forward to this. A new challenge, a new challenge. Hearts will probably sit back, but they'll hit them on a counter.
It's hard to say this one.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the best time for Celtic to play on the other side. They've just came off a 5-0 win. Goals from everywhere.
Yeah.
Hatate should be fit for it. Also, we see what he did last season.
Do you think he'll start? It's also a tough game. It's not like.
No, Turnbull, he's been okay.
Yeah.
Nothing too stand out,
yeah.
but I mean, I don't think he wants to rush it, or he would have played Starfelt.
Yeah, true.
Obviously,
There's no need to rush it. Obviously, Champions League coming up, so.
But Hearts, they've been very good.
But I think Celtic could beat Hearts without Hatate.
Hearts, you could say, looking at Europe as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Switzerland.
They're playing on Sunday.
I don't
Thursday.
think they'll rotate because there's 2 legs. Because I feel like this is Robbie Nielsen's best chance to play Celtic.
Yeah.
Not that Celtic's playing bad, just Hearts are playing very good.
Maybe no Boyce or no Barry Mackay, because.
I'm kind of hoping. Obviously, we've seen Hearts past few weeks. They've had slow starts.
Yeah.
Ross County first game of the season, very slow.
Can't do that
start.
Parkhead.
Hibs slow start. Hibs dominated yet. Hearts had better chances.
Yeah.
Against Celtic, a team with more quality or on paper quality.
Yeah.
I feel like they'll struggle with that. So hopefully, I'm thinking Celtic 2-0 up in the first half, comfortable. And we see it through. They might get a goal. We win. I've went Celtic 3, Hearts 1.
Well, I went for Celtic 1, Hearts 1. No, I'm kidding. Every week I've always wanted to say a random like.
You're just trying to wind me up. That's what you're doing.
I was want to say it out there.
I'm not backing clean sheets.
Well, I back the clean sheets again. Maybe
I'm backing you for clean sheets more than us.
I backed that 2-0 win for Celtic. Although I think if it was away at Hearts, I would maybe say like a cheeky 1-1. But I reckon Celtic will get a job done. Hearts, I think they won't be that bothered if they win, they'll also manage it. But I think
it's because they're expected to lose.
Yeah, I think they'll be more. I think they'll be more happy with the result in Europe than at Parkhead. Also, be nice to beat Celtic at Parkhead in no back garden, but I think that's quite mission impossible.
I just don't see us losing, but Hearts, the quality they've shown, they can score, but they also concede. A team like Celtic with the quality they have, they will score. There's no way Celtic don't score in this game. Whether it's to win or to lose, they're definitely scoring. I think Celtic could lose like a 1-0.
Who do you think's scoring? Who do you think's going to score?
I'm going to go with a Badder.
A Badder?
On the sense he starts. If he doesn't start.
No, you said Badder, so you got to stick to that.
If he starts.
No, you said Badder.
I'm going to go with Kyogo.
Well, hopefully, I'm going to say Jota and Kyogo because fantasy football would be fantastic for that.
I don't think Jota will score.
Get assist or something.
He's just scoring screamers at the moment.
Maybe he just scores on a screamer. Maybe that's all he does is just score screamers from now on.
I wouldn't mind that, to be fair.
Yeah.
Nice and
Getting predictable for a goal a week, to be fair.
That's true.
Get too predictable.
I need him to stop scoring these ones so I can say someone else.
Tillman, man, get on it. What I'm saying, watch Tillman. Oh,
he's a player, but he's not a player like Jota. Jota's different gravy.
Okay.
Like, you've got gravy and you've got Jota. You've got different gravy.
Well, we'll end the podcast on that note. Thanks for joining me, Philly, for this wonderful podcast, as per usual.
You're welcome, man.
We'll see you lot in the next episode. Take care and goodbye.